Well, hello! Today I'd like to welcome you to my first impressions of a Birmingham Pens Model A. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't you already have a Birmingham Pens? I know, but I've got a weakness for them because they're from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm from Pennsylvania. I lived in Pennsylvania all my life from 1975 until fall of 1999. So, Pennsylvania resident here. So I've got a weakness for the company. And this pen reminded me of a much more expensive pen that I would like to own and probably never will, which is a Sailor King of Pen Ebonite pen. This is an Ebonite pen, has that same aesthetic, and it's many times cheaper. So let's take a look at it. So they're proud of their Pittsburgh roots, because it's a Pittsburgh company. I went to a college about 60 miles north of Pittsburgh. And they wear Pittsburgh on their sleeves, on the pen case and such. Open it up, and you have two pieces that fit together, which I think is a neat detail. The accoutrement, the big box, is actually just a piece of cardboard with, a certificate of authenticity. And we have a serial number for the pen. Rightio. Then in this box, we have the writing instrument, which is ebonite. Open it up. Oh, and there's a little engraving here. Is that upside down? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Birmingham, and then the serial number. So ebonite, the nib on it is a NEMA sign broad nib. You're going to find it very hard once the stock runs out to get these with NEMA sign nibs, but I was fortunate enough to be able to do so. Not too many turns, it reveals a converter. So, and wow, what a polish on this pen. So let's ink this pen up. I'm going to go with the grab bag of Krishna inks that a viewer gave me because I need to work through them somehow. So whatever I pull up is what we're going to use. So I'm even shuffling here. And it looks like, boy, and I have in my other hand a couple that I would really love to try, but I'm going to behave myself because there's a couple here. But this is what I grabbed first, so we're going with it. So this is Krishna Specialty Series Bohemia? Yipe, I don't know how to say that. We'll go with it. Because what the heck, let's live dangerously. Sometimes I cheat when I draw, but this time I'm going with what I legitimately drew. There were a couple there that were dark purples and dark blues. I thought, ooh, but nope, going to behave. So I know this makes people nervous when I do this in these little sample vials, but deal with it. Maybe as a personal project for the 3D printer to demonstrate to the students, air quotes, what a personal project would be, maybe I need to design a holder for these little vials. Thought for the future. So we'll ink it, or we'll clean it off here. And I will keep the bottle up here because I won't remember that name by the time I get around to writing the name of the ink, for sure. So we have a Birmingham Pens Model A. The ink in it is Krishna Specialty. And that word, which after I finish filming this video, I'm going to look up what the heck that word means, because it is ringing no bells in my brain. This is Nemasine nibs are not known for their flex. And it doesn't have any. Maybe a little line variation, not a lot. But you can see wetness and flow. It seems like a pretty wet nib. A smear test. You know it's going to perform well on this one. And of course, it is the ink and the pen put together, but still. That's a pretty wet pen. I always like to do reverse writing. And finally, the world-famous Peer-Gustafson test. Did just fine with that one. So on the whole, I'm pretty pleased with this pen. It definitely has that King of Pens look. It's ebonite, just like the King of Pens I wanted. Actually, okay, to be totally honest, I want the King of Pens with the black urushi. But, realistically, with what I could afford in my extreme fantasy, we're going to go with the plain ebonite. But, I've got a plain ebonite pen. No, it doesn't have a sailor nib on it, or a sailor feed, or a sailor converter. But I have a very attractive pen here that writes very well. And I am very pleased with it. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm not going to do the pocket test because it doesn't have a clip, and neither does the King of Pen. I like that plain black aesthetic. I think it's a very well-made pen, and I like Nemasine nibs. So, yeah, check out Birmingham Pens Model A if this pleased you. Of course, remember, this is a first impression. One of these days, I'll have to put this Model A up against my other Model A and see who wins. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy this one. So I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.